So welcome back. In today's video we're going to be building this Illinois Central Gulf gp20 tyco mantua engine I got for free in that lot, with just some parts that came with that I've already soldered together, and I've tested them. These work, so what I gotta do is figure out how I'm gonna assemble all this. But first, I think what I'm gonna do is get to work on restoring this engine, since it definitely needs a restoration. It doesn't run the greatest, and I know some of these had rivets that you had to like drill out. Luckily this one has screws, so I can just easily take this locomotive apart. Try and not break any of these soldering connections. For some reason all these like gp20, or not gp20s, all these mantua engines I get have green armatures. I'm just cleaning out some of the plates in between the commutator if I see anything. They look relatively good. So I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol and some Q-tips and just clean off the commutator. This chassis reminds me a lot of the tyco trolley I got. Well, the 3 of them, as well as the 040 that I got and restored off camera. I'd also like to give a small update. If anyone's wondering what happened to the Spirit of 76 locomotive, I couldn't restore that because it was missing parts. So until I order up some parts, it's probably not going to run. There, that commutator is so much cleaner now. Let me go through, clean out these little gear worms. That one had some dirt in it. This one also has some. These seem to also be pretty well-built engines. Unlike the newer tycos, these ones actually have 5-pole motors and stuff, and actually run relatively well. Well, I can say that from the 3 or 4 I have. They just seem to run better than all my power torque tycos. That wheel set seems good. Let's go on to this wheel set. Some bit of dirt on there, but if it gets cleaner, it's just gonna have less friction and such, and should help the locomotive run better. Okay, so now I'm gonna give this thing some oil. Don't need much, you just need a little bit. This one a bit more oil. There, I think that might be good. Put that in, give it a bit more oil, and top each of these little gears there. Bit on the bearings. There, that should be good. Now it's time to go back and reassemble this. These are pretty simple locomotives. There's not much to them, which I like. I might... So I might try and actually get more of these type of engines, just because I really like them. They're just really easy to work on, they're really quick to work on, and they're pretty reliable. Okay, so now I'm gonna go give this some test runs just to warm it up a bit, and then we'll go start reassembling the whole thing. Okay, so I tested it and it works just fine, so now it's about time to get to reassembly, well, not reassembly, assembly of the entire locomotive. Flip the shell around here. I think I might go with the back truck first because it's the trickier one to get in usually for me. I think I might have to make adjustments for this wire. Probably should have let it go through there. But I'll just work with what I've got here. That side appears to be good. Now gonna be time for me to do this and start attaching stuff. So, get this in. Now we have functional locomotive. Let's plop the weight in here. There's one screw. I don't have the parts for that cover, and the cover's on the sides of this. Even if we can get this locomotive to work, it'll just be fine. This was just thing in parts. I didn't think I'd have all the parts to fix this, honestly. But somehow I do. There. So, I think our locomotive is assembled and complete. So let's go take it over to the track and test it. Okay, so it's time to give this engine a test run. Oh, that's backwards. Wow, it appears to run just fine. Especially for something that was in many pieces. So, let's test its crawl speed now. I think it crawls okay. Let's do one more run. So, thanks for watching this restoration from pieces of this Tyco Mantua gp20.